Hi, my name is Bogue. I'm a graphic designer. This is another video of my collection, answering questions about graphic design and being a graphic designer. On this episode, I am addressing what kind of advice I would give anyone that wanted to be a designer. First thing I would do is once you decide you want to be a designer, make some goals, like where you want to be or what kind of things you want to do involved in that career. Look at companies, look at maybe even other types of designers that you may be able to partner with to fulfill those goals, or that may be able to help you get to those goals, whether it be financially or even projects that are related to those areas. I'll touch on is as a designer, it took me about 10 years to realize and to quit stressing over changes in your designs, like revisions. That is how you make money. Sometimes you will design something that you nail it the first time, but most of the time you won't. Most of the time you will have changes. You will have changes on whatever it is you design or somebody asks you to design. And yeah, a lot of the times you end up going back to the first idea or choice. It does take those revisions to make an idea come to life, because you don't get all the ingredients that you may need to accomplish that idea in the first round. With that said, a lot of revisions require time, and that's how you get paid, by the hour or the project. The project's usually estimated by time, so those things fall together. Many designers forget about that, even though they're getting paid. They get stressed out over changes just when they think they may be done. Some projects take longer than the others, so that's something you need to remember and keep in the back of your mind. Don't be afraid to learn new things. Anytime you get that opportunity to learn something new related to your field, when something changes, or something's improved, a tool, software, an environment, different things that you can do to make things better. If you have to learn how to adapt or learn a new habit, those kind of things to get better, to faster or have better quality, that's just the way to do it. If you don't, you will get left behind. That's usually the case, and things can get real hard and real difficult if you don't keep up, don't make that time to learn, or take just a few minutes of your day just to learn something new. If you are new to this area of graphic design, or old, it doesn't matter. If you've been doing it a while, it's always good to get involved with other designers. If you are young in this field, if you can, even if you're going to school, college, find a business, a designer of some kind to interact with, communicate with, shadow. They may not let you get your hands in there and get dirty, but any little time that you can spend doing that, whether it's paid or not, is worth more than it can pay. You will retain that information, and it will be of value to you. And I have trained many interns over the years, and their biggest complaint was that they didn't have the experience, and that's why they couldn't find a job. And it took longer to find a job after school because they had to have experience. Most companies, most situations require you to hit the ground running. Most of the jobs that I've taken, there was already a disaster in place, and I had to put my helmet on and go. And I think, you know, my training and the time that I spent with real people in the real world, at different companies and different situations, to give me the knowledge to know what to do, and took the panic out of the situation. If you are going to make a career of this, one of the skills that you should probably have, or if you can practice, is being able to retain memory of things that you've done, because you will need to remember techniques, certain types of things, or formats, or formulas, or things that you need to know down the road you may only do once in a great while. Keep records of everything that you do if you can. Some people don't have that ability. That's another thing that just takes time. I wouldn't keep everything, but you know, every few years you want to kind of clean out your whatever you have that you've saved, whether it's materials or files or things like that, because things do change, and sometimes you won't go back to some of those types of designs, you know, as far as things progress over the years. A lot of designers will run into this over a period of time. If you find yourself being asked to do work, somebody needs you to do something, and it becomes overwhelming, just take a deep breath, because that is a sign that you have a gift. There is something that you're doing that is good. Your work is obviously worthy, and that's when you step back a little bit and look and kind of see what you're doing and why and how people are asking you, and make note of that, because that is something that is worth for employment, for any kind of job that somebody may be requesting down the road, or you can promote yourself in that manner and in that direction. That's a great thing. A lot of people don't realize it until a disaster happens, or they get stressed out because they do have a lot of work to do, and it is hard to say no, because you don't want to disappoint somebody, and this job is addicting. Being a graphic designer can be very addicting. It's very rewarding with that. If you get a chance to go to school, to college, and get a degree, do it. Don't second guess it. Do it. Get it done. While you're doing that, like I said, find somebody to shadow in the real experience world. There is no price on that. That is very valuable time that you can use at any time in your career from that point. Classroom will teach you a lot of things, but it won't teach you reality, real situations. work getting destroyed and you're having to redo it, or well, I loved your design so much I'd like to buy like 2,000 more of those things, and yeah, you're about to pull your hair out. In school they don't teach those kind of things, the little tiny things that matter, where you save 10 seconds every time you make something, or stuff like that. Production management, time management. If somebody doesn't like your stuff, what do you do? Those kind of things. When you're in the real world with somebody, shadow them, you're gonna find that out. Those are things that I definitely would like to give as far as advice to somebody who wants to be a graphic designer. As a designer, I would say if you're a new person, and you may already do this, anytime you can get out and explore your surroundings, or if you just like to travel, that is a really good way to learn about design. There really isn't a whole lot in this world that doesn't see a designer first before the public does. So when you're walking around a mall or you're standing in a restaurant, take your hand and touch the signs or the structure, or any kind of materials, those kind of things. Look and see how it's built, how it's put together. Look around and see how things are placed in an environment so that other people that aren't designers can figure out where they're going. A lot of people are reading signs or using stuff in their pockets or whatever, those kind of things. It's everywhere. I think I've pretty much touched on everything. If you have any questions, my name's Sean Bogue. Thanks for watching this video. I have some other videos in my channel. Subscribe or just browse. Google me. If you have any questions, email me. Be happy to help you out. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.